Okay, girls, I hope this is the last video that I do because this is absolutely taking us ages. Sorry. Okay, so your friend Tan offers to help you run your business. Tan used to work in the human resource department of a large company. State and explain. Again, I put that in bold just so that you can see that you can remember that you've got to explain it. 2 human resource activities which Tan can help you with. Okay, so sorry, this is the last bit. Okay, so any of these would have been fine. Recruitment and selection of employees, training and development of employees, performance management of employees, responsibility and health and safety in the workplace, and ensuring that the employment legislation, which I don't think we've even done, is there. Okay, now example of responses that could have worked and given you the full marks. Tan will help me recruit new staff for the business by carrying out job interviews. 2 marks. Training to ensure that any workers I employ have the necessary skills. Okay, so try and think whether you think you got full marks or not for this question on the basis of what is here. Okay, now question 26. Yeah, you just had to basically match the right description to the correct source of finance. Oh, no, sorry, to the correct functional activity, I meant to say. And that was the answer. So have a look at that and make sure that you got your 3 secure, easy marks. Okay, and then we have state and explain 2 appropriate methods for obtaining customer feedback for your business. Okay, so girls, this is basically the last lesson that we did last Wednesday, the slides I gave you. And you know how I gave you that activity in which I was basically trying to get you to secure these type of questions. Okay, because often with feedback, with customer feedback, you need to basically be able to explain all the various types. Okay, so if you wrote any of these, that's correct, and you just needed to basically elaborate on any of these points to get the 2 marks. Okay, so you could use social media as an example response, setting up a Facebook account so that customers can leave the reviews. Okay, and then we had this bit here as well. Customers will be asked to complete a contact form so that you could ring them after you find out what they thought. So you can ring them to find out what they thought about your business. Okay, so girls, basically any of these are fine as long as you're then able to expand a little bit on them and secure the 2 marks. Okay, so then we get the last question, which we've done together, girls, as a class. So I'm not going to go for it because you should have with you, and if you don't have it, please email me, the the method that we did in class, girls, together to answer this question. Okay, so you can access that on Google Classroom. It would be this 8 marker here. I think it's like near the sales promotion and customer feedback bit. Okay, so remember that to answer these kind of questions, you got to give an advantage, explain. Then normally I tell you to give a disadvantage, but in this case here we said that we were going to consider all the pros and then all the cons. Okay, and then you've got to give your decision and justification. Now, as long as your answer relates as much as possible to to the case study, you are securing more and more marks. Okay, but girls, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of practice on 8 mark questions during the holidays, the Christmas holidays, and maybe even next week we can talk about that. Okay, so I'm not going to go for it too much because I've literally gone on for so much stuff today, and I'm going to stop here. So have a look at that, and if you want, you can have a look at the way to mark this, the way that the exam board asked you to answer this question. You can take a picture of this and then have a look. And then after this video, girls, you got to do the work that I'm about to assign. Okay, so I think I will have done it by this point. So then you got to do the 2019, the first part of those questions. Okay, now I'm sorry this is a really boring lesson, but it had to be done. Okay, so that said, we've gone through the full 2020 paper. I'll see you next Wednesday, hopefully, and make sure that you're doing the work and submitting it. Thank you very much, girls. I'll see you later.